Morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. We're on the latter end of the week, which you know what that means. We are about 3 days away from the fifth NFL game of the season. Now, I'm hoping that we get a little bit of business in here. Brandon Close going to a career fair, actually. Going to a career fair, hoping to look for an opportunity for an internship or practicum coming up for myself. So, yeah, you were close, man. What's up, Snakebite? What's up, Bucks? Okay, so as you can read in the title, there is one simple key to victory on Sunday for the New Orleans Saints. One simple key. It doesn't take rocket science. One simple key to victory. Has nothing to do with the defense. Nothing to do with the special teams. One simple key. But it's going to take a team effort, though. It's going to take a team effort. Now, hear me out, guys. It's going to take a team effort. And the funny thing is, it's not about what's going to happen in the game. It's about what's going to happen before the game. That's going to be the key. See where I'm going? It's going to take a team effort. At least 3 or 4 Saints to do it. And it's not something that's going to happen on the field. See, it's not going to take the whole team. It's not going to take the whole team. It's going to take 4 or 5 players to do it. Can you guess where I'm getting? Can you guess where I'm getting to? 4 or 5 Saints to do it. Wait till he gets a little busy. If anybody wants to take a guess and tell me what you think I'm about to say, go for it. What is it going to take for the Saints to win Sunday? It has nothing to do with goes on. It has nothing to do with what's going to go on the field. It has everything to do with what's going to happen before the game. Not quite the answers I'm looking for there, Snakebite and Buck Skull Gang, but y'all are in the same ballpark. Same ballpark, but not quite the answer that I'm looking for there. Who dat? You're in the same ballpark, but not quite the answer that I'm looking for. Keep in mind, it takes about 4 or 5 Saints players to do this. 4 or 5 Saints players to do this, and it doesn't happen during the game. It happens right before the game. Y'all getting a little bit of a hint now? Uh, Not quite the answer I'm looking for, Snakebite. Those are all very good, rational answers, but we've said all that stuff before, and obviously it hasn't done anything, and it hasn't happened. So this needs to happen in order for the Saints to have a chance to win Sunday. And if they do this simple thing, if they do this simple thing, I think they got a good shot to win. Any 5 New Orleans Saints, I don't care who, you can get the kicker, the punter, anybody. Any 4 or 5 Saints players have to do this before the game, before they come out into the field. They have to do this. I don't think any of y'all are gonna get it. Buck Skull Gang, you're not even close, dude. Run the ball. Maybe if we do this one thing, we'll run the ball. Uh, I hate whenever I'm driving on the interstate and I gotta spit outside my window because I got like a freaking loogie building up, and I just gotta get it out. And I just pray that it doesn't land on the side of my car. Know what I'm talking about? Well, praying would help. praying would definitely help. I'm a man of God, so I believe praying would definitely help. But it's not quite the answer I'm looking for, Buck Soul Gang. There's this one simple thing that it's only going to take 4 or 5 New Orleans Saints to do. And if they do this one simple thing, because these are a bunch of grown men, if they do this one simple thing before they come out onto the field, I think the Saints have a good chance to win. In fact, if they do this one simple thing every week, every single week, they might have a chance to go to the Super Bowl. It looks like nobody's getting this, so I'm going to have to give out the answer. I'm going to have to give out the answer. Do you guys want me to give you the answer? It's real simple, and I've said it multiple times. Said it multiple times. One simple answer. All right, who that said, yeah, he wants me to give him the answer. Brandon Rogers, why don't you tell Steven Rose where I can get some cheap-ass tickets to the Saints-Texans? Because them bitches are going for $172 a piece, bro. I do not want to put down $172 for a freaking ticket. Okay, the answer that I was looking for, like I said, it's going to take 4 or 5 New Orleans Saints to do it. It's going to happen, or it's supposed to happen, right before the Saints come onto the field. And if they do this every single week, they might go 15-2. They might go 15-2. The answer I'm looking for is for those 4 or 5 New Orleans Saints to grab Pete Carmichael, shove him in a locker, lock that bitch, and keep him in there until the game's over. That's what I'm looking for. Yep. If they do that, they have a chance to win on Sunday. Shit, you can keep them shoved in that locker for the rest of time. You can get back on the plane and keep them there until next week, till the other team comes and finds them in there. You can do that. Yeah. It's only going to take about 4 or 5 Saints. These are muscular grown men playing on a football team. Pete Carmichael is a malnourished little skinny weenie. They can shove him in a locker and fit him in there. I'm sure of that. Shove him in a locker, fit him in there, lock that bitch, leave him in there throughout the entire game, do that every single week, we might go to the Super Bowl. We just might go to the Super Bowl. So, that's the thing of it. Can we do that? Oh, see, I wish I had a brain. I wish the coaches had a brain like me. We'd probably be 4-0 right now if they had a brain like me. If they just shove the bastard in a locker, lock it, don't let him get out till the game's over. You can let him out after the game. That's fine. He can ride home with everybody. That's fine. But you're just going to have to repeat the same process every week. That's all. That's the thing of it. You're going to have to repeat the process in Houston. You're going to have to repeat the process against the Jaguars. You're going to have to repeat the process against the Colts, and so on. And if you do that, there's a chance that we can win a lot of these games. Oh, yeah, dude, I don't even have to spend 30 minutes writing a playbook that's more brilliant than Pete Carmichael. I really don't. I could just write random routes. Olave, go up, turn right. Michael Thomas, slant in the middle of the field. Jimmy Graham, use him in goal line situations. Kamara, run him up the gut. If he gets 4 yards, run him again. If he continues to get 4 or 5 yards of carry, keep running him. Buck Skull Gang, I think at this point you're doing this on purpose, man. And I don't appreciate it. I think you're saying all this stuff about, oh, the Saints got easy wins coming up. The Saints are going to beat the Bucks. I think you're doing that on purpose to jinx us. And I don't appreciate that because I'm suffering. I'm suffering here. This is not a fun time to be a Saints fan. Millie. I was never on the hype train. I said before the season, the ceiling for the Saints is 10 wins, and the floor for them is 7 wins. And I still feel that way. But the funny thing of it is that they may get to 7 wins, but a lot of those wins are probably going to come on the latter end of the season like it did last year. Like when they went on a 3-game winning streak after they were pretty much on the playoffs. Like they'll probably start like and then win 3 and then finish 7-10 or whatever. So the Bucks just got lucky. I don't think there was anything lucky about y'all beating us. Y'all beat us by 17. Y'all played better than us. I mean, y'all made less mistakes than us. You didn't turn the ball over. Well, you did once, but then we turned it right back over and gave you the ball at the 2-yard line. BR, you can do that? Hit me up, bro. Hit me up, dude. Because on SeatGeek, them things are like $172 a piece. And my brother's already trying to. He's already thinking about not even taking the trip. I'm definitely going, 100%. I mean, either way, but it's just like I've been saving up, expecting these tickets to be no more than like $100 a piece. Okay, like $80 a piece. That's fine. $172, bro. You would think the Texans are 4-0. You would think that these two teams are undefeated going into this game. Like that's ridiculous, man. Well, Millie, um, BR, message me, bro. Message me, man. Tell me how you got all that. How you got that? Because if you can tell me how you get that, how you got that, I'll shoot, man. I'll be grateful, dude. 100%. I don't know where you got them from. What's up, Jerry? You missed the most important part of the video, Jerry. There's one key to win Sunday. One key. It doesn't take the whole team. It just takes 4 or 5 New Orleans Saints to do this. And here's the funny thing. It doesn't even happen in the game. It happens before the game, before they even go out into the field. The key to win Sunday is for 4 or 5 New Orleans Saints. It could be any 4 or 5 Saints. You can get the kicker, the punter, the quarterback, Jake Hayner. It doesn't matter. You take 4 or 5 New Orleans Saints. You grab Pete Carmichael. You shove him in a locker, and you lock it. You close it on him and lock him in there for the entire game. And that's the key. And if the Saints can do that every single week, we might go to the Super Bowl. I mean, I think we'd have a better shot at going to the Super Bowl doing that than we would doing what we're doing. Wouldn't you agree? I sure as hell would. And the funny thing is I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. I mean, is there really any point in going into analytics and actually diving deep into statistics and strategy for a football team that literally does none of that? Like, is there any point? Is there any point? Like, there are video content creators that come on and actually take the New Orleans Saints seriously in relation to strategy. Like, they'll dive deep into what actually needs to happen in order for them to win. They'll talk about the offense has got to run the football and sustain drives. They have got to do this and do that. But none of that matters. None of it. None of it matters. Because although we know what they have to do, it doesn't matter what we know because you got a dummy calling play calls. You got an idiot, a moron, juvenile delinquent, amateur calling plays. So it doesn't matter what you and me know. It doesn't matter what you and me think should happen. Obviously, it'd be great if the Saints could go on 7-minute drives and finish, run the football at ease and play strategy football and just try to win at the line. Just try to win at the line. Keep it simple. Do what you need to do in order to just get out of there with a win. But it's not that simple because the offense coordinator doesn't have a brain. Dude, Millie, I said it before. I wouldn't be shocked if the Bears are winless coming into the dome in Week 9 and they beat us. I wouldn't be shocked whatsoever. The Saints can lose to anybody. Anybody. The Bears, Denver, Carolina, anybody. Anybody can beat the Saints. Yeah, Snakebite, I get that. And they're going to be at home, and they haven't won a home game yet. They're going to want to win a home game. You put all those variables together, dude, it doesn't look good for us. I don't care if they got beat 59 to nothing. I don't care if they got beat 70-0. I mean, you can just you just understand the algorithm of football and the algorithm of the NFL. And if I'm an unbiased fan of another team, and I'm not a Saints fan, Patriots fan, whatever, and I'm looking at this game, I'm picking New England to win by 14 at least. I think the Patriots will win by at least 14. That's me being an unbiased fan. I may even go as far as betting on this game. Like if you're going to put your money on any game and try to get the best for your buck, and uh, I'm not talking about an undefeated team versus a winless team. I'm talking about if you were to bet on a game to where you know that you can get some good money if you put up like $15, $20 on the bet, and you know that you can get some good money for betting on the on the money line. I think this would be the perfect game to do it. You got a 1-3 team versus a 2-2 team. A lot of people are going to look at the record and say, I don't know about that. The Saints probably could win. But when you look at the algorithm of football and you keep in mind that the Patriots have not won a home game yet, they're coming off a bad loss. You don't want Bill Belichick. I don't think Bill Belichick has fallen to 1-4 before ever in his life as the Patriots coach. The Patriots have never fallen to 1-4 ever. You keep all those statistics in consideration, and you keep in mind that the Saints aren't that much better, if even better at all. They might be worse than the Patriots. Um, I would consider putting money on this game in favor of the Patriots. For real. I'm not going to do it. That's my team. I'm not going to do it. I don't want them to lose. I want them to win. But I mean, reality wise, I mean, you got to, I mean, it's just pathetic. It's pathetic that I'm actually sitting here encouraging people to bet against the Saints. I'll tell you one thing, I'm not putting my money on them, ever. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Bad enough I already spend money on them. I don't know if there's many teams that I can say are worse than us right now. Because the funny thing about it is that every other team has scored more than 4 touchdowns in the season. The entire season on offense. Many teams have scored more than 4 touchdowns. 4 offensive touchdowns. You can say the New York Giants might look worse than us, but they scored a touchdown. They scored 4 touchdowns against Arizona. So are they really worse than us? They were able to actually score 4 touchdowns in a game. Saints can't get more than 2. And they average a touchdown per game. So when the Saints and Giants play later on in the season, that's probably going to be a shit show. Yeah, dude. I feel bad for anybody that goes to the bar to watch the Saints games, and they have like a little they have like a rule that if the Saints score a touchdown, everybody gets a free shot. So they go to the bar with no money, and then they leave sober because they didn't have any fucking money to buy any alcohol because the Saints can't score a touchdown. Man, that'd be funny. That is funny to me. I don't know. I don't know what else to do, guys. I don't know what else to. I mean, there's no advice that I can give the Saints. Like every other team in the NFL thinks rationally. They think, okay, we have to do this, we have to do that. We must sustain a running game. We must be consistent. We must spread the receivers out and confuse the defense and draw attention to one receiver so other receivers can get open. That's rational thinking on offense. That's rational thinking. That's how it should be. Not with the Saints, because Pete Carmichael doesn't think like that. Pete Carmichael calls the same play, same formation every single play, same play every single play, same order as well, and expects it to work. So I really don't know what other advice I can give this New Orleans team other than just to shove Pete Carmichael in a locker, keep him in there until the game's over. Then you can let him out. You can let him out. You know, he's got to go home to his family. I get it. I don't hate the man. I don't hate the man as a person. I just hate him as an offensive coordinator. Hate him as a coach. You know, let him go home to his family. You know, and you can bring him to the next game. That's fine. You can bring him to the next game, but you just got to shove him in a locker again. You got to keep him in there again. You know, you just got to repeat the process. casually driving around my college campus because I gotta do something. I gotta go to like this career fair or whatever. And I'm not gonna lie, dude, I see a lot of like weird people, weird looking people, dude, weirdos. Damn, dude, it's weird to think that some of these people were like I'm 25 now. I'm in a graduate program at the same college. But when I was 18, I was a freshman, obviously in college. A lot of these kids that are here now are like freaking were like 11 whenever I started college. That shit is crazy to think about. That shit is crazy to think about, dude. For real. Like for real, for real. Yeah, exactly. So if he didn't want the job in the first place, why are you forcing the man to to be at this position? Why are you forcing him to take the job? Use him as like I don't know, promote demote him, something. Or does nobody else want the job either? So y'all just want to do the easiest job that y'all can do with this team. Y'all just want the easiest job you can get. Nobody wants to step up and be an offensive coordinator and do what's needed. They just want to do the easiest job they can get. Like, oh, let me be the back the offensive lines coach or some bullshit. Or let me do this. Let me do this little easy skimpy ass job where I'm not fully held accountable. Like, bro, like nah, man. Like if that's your mindset, we don't want you. We don't need you. Well, Jerry, if I know, and I'm with you, dude. If we were to give up on them, that would mean to not watch them at all. I'm not even gonna watch. The thing is, we are gonna watch. We are gonna watch. We're gonna get emotional inevitably. And to me, that's a real fan. That is a real fan, whether you talk trash on your team or not. Because you talk trash on your team when they suck, that does not make you a bad fan. That makes you a realistic fan, a frustrated fan. You don't have to have unconditional positive regard to your team when they're putting a bad product on the field. Whoever says that is retarded, is an idiot, stupid, dumb, delusional. A few weeks ago, I said it was right before the Green Bay game. I made a post under an Instagram account called Big Easy Nation. That's their name, Big Easy Nation. Uh, they posted it was about the Green Bay game. I commented under it and said, "It's not the end of the world if we take an L. I had us losing this game anyway." And then you got this little, probably this little freaking 17, 18-year old young kid or whatever. No idea of the Saints or anything like that. No idea. Responds to me and says, "Don't ever call yourself a Saints fan again." And then there you have a lot of like 28 different people liking his comment and agreeing with him that I should not call myself a Saints fan ever again. So I respond to him. I'm like, dude, I've been a Saints fan since I was a kid, dude. Just because I'm saying that they're going to lose or I have a feeling they're going to lose, that doesn't make me a bad fan. That makes me a realistic fan. You're probably some little kid that doesn't even know Didn't even watch the Bounty Gate season. Didn't even watch the 3-7-9 season. You probably came along when Kamara and all of them started playing for us. That's when you probably started watching. Probably couldn't even name any of those sorry defensive backs that we had back in the day, like Corey White or let's see, who else do we have? Let's see. Abdul Kabir. I don't forget some dude named Abdul Kabir. I forget this guy's name, but he had like 3 different last names. Um, Whenever we all thought Delvin Bro was gonna be the truth, probably weren't watching them back then. You didn't know who they were. Like, I mean, these new age Saints fans, dude, it's all they know is Kamara. Oh, and they know that we won a Super Bowl back in 2009. Don't forget that. They know that we won a Super Bowl back in 2009. They don't know about Fred Thomas, probably arguably one of the worst defensive backs in Saints history, in league history, really. Um, let's see. They got a whole bunch of other bad defensive backs that we've had, and defensive players. Um, Junior Galette. Oh, that guy. He wasn't bad, but he showed his ass when it was all said and done. He showed his ass. Terrible person. Horrible person. Probably don't even know who that is. Well, I'm not gonna give those teams too much credit. Maybe the Rams, because I don't know if you're really making much of an upgrade from Stafford, from Goff to Stafford. I don't know how much of an upgrade that really is. But Tom Brady, you go and get anybody can get Tom Brady. Tom Brady would have pushed Pete Carmichael to the bench and said, "Nah, bitch, I'm calling the plays." That's what he would have done. So I don't think adding Tom Brady to your roster really says anything. That he's the best quarterback to ever play the game. You're inevitably going to compete. I mean, but folks, I think I've said enough. I think I've gotten my point across. Now we're just gonna see what happens on Sunday. So we'll see what happens on Sunday. But not holding my breath. So you guys take it easy, and I'll see you guys later on. I'm out.